What's up, guys? One of the questions I get asked the most is how much does it cost to build an app? The truth of the matter is this is a really difficult question to answer for the mere fact that not all apps are created equal. However, in this video, I'm going to break down the costs involved when you decide to build your first app and how you can keep those costs as low as possible. So stick around till the end of the video and I'll share some tips on how you can get your app built as cheap as possible. So the first thing you need to do before you even look for developers or agencies to build your app is that you need a very detailed design document. And I mean detailed, where you have to be very meticulous. The reason why is because agencies and developers, they work on an hourly basis. So to get a proper guesstimate of actually how long your app is going to take and thus how much it will cost on an hourly basis, you can only really get that if you have a detailed document outlining exactly what features need to be in your app. If you miss something out, obviously it's going to cost you more, it's going to take longer, and you could run out of budget, which can be a disaster. So make sure that you're very meticulous and list everything in as much detail as possible. It'll just make your life and the developer's life a whole lot easier. Now, how long your app will take to build, that is a completely different story. So obviously, if your app is a lot more intricate and complex, it's going to take a lot more hours than doing a simple app. So I always tell people that they should focus on an MVP where they follow the 80-20 rule. First of all, an MVP is a minimal viable product. So it's just the basic prototype of your app without all the fluff and extras that make it look all pretty. And the 80-20 rule is basically a principle that says 80% of your app's value is in 20% of its features. So I would suggest if you are on a strict budget and you want to get your MVP made for as low cost as possible, you want to follow this rule and just focus on the 20% of the features that really give the app its core value. As for finding developers and agencies, in the beginning, I would say it's way cheaper to go for a solo developer with a bit of experience than to go for a full-fledged agency. Obviously, their costs are going to be a lot higher. So in the beginning, like I said, if your budget is tight, always try and find a solo developer that's competent enough, that shares your vision, and make sure you guys are both on the same page. Check out his portfolio of work before. That way you'll more likely get a way better, cheaper deal than if you go for a highly established agency. Another way to keep costs down is if you look at certain countries, the cost is a lot less. For example, if you find developers in India or Pakistan or Ukraine, they're going to have a way less hourly rate than if you find someone in the UK or the US, somewhere like that. So like I said in the beginning, you want to focus on these things, just try to keep the costs as low as possible. So go with a solo developer from one of those countries I mentioned earlier, and that will greatly reduce your costs of creating your app. So don't be scared of these crazy numbers that get thrown out, that apps need to cost 6 figures to create. So in my experience, where there's a will, there's a way, and you can always get the cost of your app down to be able to fit within your budget. So don't get disheartened with those huge numbers getting thrown out and let that prevent you from creating something that could potentially be life-changing for millions of people. So we all need to start somewhere. A lot of the most successful apps have started as very small side projects. So yeah, let that motivate you and take that first step in getting your app created. As for finding actual developers who can create your app, my two go-to places are Fiverr and Upwork. Both of those platforms have hundreds, if not thousands, of developers, each with their own skill sets and prices. So you basically need to learn some interview skills to be able to ask them questions, look at their portfolios, and that way you can find the right developer to create your app. And just remember, when you are building your first app, the most important things are to be patient and have persistence, and everything else will kind of fall into place. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe if you like this kind of content. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe and peace. Peace out.